All right, so I wanted today's video to be a little bit different. So I've got the TC Electronic Plethora X5, and today, let's see, October the 17th, they have released a new firmware update. The first one that they've done since, I think, late 2021. And a few things that they added from this new one that people have been asking about for a while. So I have not done the update yet. I downloaded the program onto my computer. It was a little hidden in the TC Electronics website there, so you'll want to go to downloads, search the X5 or the X3, and then it's, for the X5, it was like on the second page of stuff. It was really kind of hidden. There's no press release or any links on the front of the page, so maybe that's something that they're gonna get updated here soon, I hope. But it is out, and I downloaded it, so I've got the deal plugged in right now. I'm gonna use this USB cable. Let's see, it's one of these. You can see there, and just plugs into the back. And when I do this, it's going to show up on my computer as kind of like a storage device. So I'm just waiting for it to show up now. There it is. It says Plethora on it. And then the new thing is going to be labeled Plethora X5-1-4-3 bin, or .bin. So I'm going to take and drop that into that folder there. Let's see, I have the press release notes here on what to do with this too. So connect X5 to your computer with USB cable, mass storage device, drag and drop the firmware bin file into the Plethora root mass storage device. I think that's, yeah, pretty much the main thing. Disconnect the USB cable once the transfer is complete. Power cycle your Plethora for the firmware update procedure to start. So let's see what that looks like. So I'm done with that. I'm gonna disconnect from there. All right, and let's do the power cycle. So this thing doesn't have a power switch on it. I know that's something that cannot be added later. You have to unplug, replug it. Let's see what the screen says it's doing here. It's taking just a second. This might be the update process. It's 1.36 build. But it's thinking. Let's see. So I had 1.36 was the last update that they had done, and this new one is going to be 1.43. Ooh, see that? 1.43 build. So it is doing it. It says it's updating. So that's good. I wasn't sure I'd done it right at first, but it's a pretty simple process. Honestly, the hardest thing about this process is just finding it on the website. Here it goes, 1.43, making a clicky sound. There we go, good deal. All right, so looks like it's back up. Let's see what's new. So like I mentioned, a few of the things are stuff that like people have been asking about to get added for a long time. So it looks like they have tempo sync that they added, tap tuner utility pedal, some expanded MIDI features, BPM adjustment of last tapped tempo using encoders, and then restore points. I probably won't do the restore stuff right now, but that's pretty interesting that they've included that, because now you can like save your Plethora and all the 127 boards at your disposal to your computer, and then if something was to happen and you got another one, you could back it up. So that's pretty huge, because it would, I can tell you it would be nearly impossible for me to get everything set back up the way that I have it. Let's see, the last time that they did an update, they actually added the Alter Ego Echo Pedal on 1.36, so we didn't get that. The one before that, they added the Vicious Vibe, the Helix Phaser, and the Looper. So all really good utilities. Nothing like that new this time. But let's take a look at that tempo sync. So synchronize tap tempo for a slot to a global tempo by enabling tempo sync on a given slot. Okay, so let's see. It says I got to go to settings, so I'm flipping to here, settings. Let's see, board. And look at that, we have one that says tempo sync now. Very interesting. So it looks like it's grayed out for the compressor, the octaver, the flanger, obviously. But on the delay, and on the reverb, but on the delay, it has an option right there for off. I bet I'm gonna want that on from now on. So let's keep that going. All right. Let's see, and a new little icon has appeared here. So it's got like 2 blocks and a metronome in the middle of it. So that's pretty cool. That's a new thing. Bet that is working for us. So let's try this on one of my other boards. This might make more sense. So I plan on doing a lot more featuring on this pedal here. I've done a lot of unique things with it, and one of them is I have, say, like test boards for every single effect. So the DSP on this maxed out, so I couldn't get 5, so I added a looper on the end to it. But with these 4 right here, this is going to be pretty interesting. So go to Edit, down to Settings, Board, Tempo Sync. I'm already getting the hang of this pretty quick. Looper obviously isn't going to let me do anything, but these other delays right here, let's do this. Let's turn 2 and 4 on and leave 1 and 3 the same. Okay, so now I've got that icon right here on both of these. And it looks like I still have the mash feature on this one, but maybe not on this one. So let's see now. So we did that. Let's try this. I think that this might work here. So I've been using the MIDI baby, my disaster area, to control some of, I guess you could say, the tap tempo and a few other features when I've got my board all put together here. So I like when you boot this up and it cycles through the colors. Pretty cool. Let's see. Now I'm going to go MIDI in on this. I hope that this works without having to go through my HX stomp first. Let's see. You know what? I was using a different utility pedal for that to control the taps, so it's not going to work the way that I've got this thing programmed at the moment. So let's just skip that for now. But at least we saw that the feature is there. It hooks up. It works. I'm going to have to plug more of my MIDI stuff together to actually get to use that feature, though. Let's see. So the next thing they have is the Tap Tuner utility. An always on tap tempo pedal controlling the global tempo. Very interesting. So let's try this. This looper right here, I can put it back if I really want it, but let's put that in the spot there. So always on, easy access tuner, blah, blah, blah. So is it one of these? Aha, look at that. So I don't even have to go into the settings. It's just right beneath. You have the vintage echo, an empty spot, effects loop, tap tuner. That's the new one there. So let's select that for this spot right here. And doesn't look like it has any features or anything really. So it's just saying tap tuner, 60 BPMs. All these are off, but it's giving me this little indicator there, if you can see it. So let's see what happens. Now, obviously I can't, well, no, actually I can't. Let's see. Okay, so this is saying they're on, but it's not actually flashing them or anything. What if I turn this off? Let's just turn it to empty. Then go back. Interesting. So no tap or anything. Tap tuner, put it back in that spot. So ideally what's happening is that these two are syncing to this right here. These two I did not set with that adjustment there, so I'm gonna have to do a sound test to really see about this. But the idea is that tapping this out is gonna assign all of these, and if I wanted to change the other ones too, just go to board, tempo sync, 1, 3, let's see. So now they all have that little thing right there. So I'm really excited to plug this in, see how this changes some of the sounds and settings. I think you can also, let's see, no, if you set and hold the button, yes, then it brings up the tuner. Because I think before there was different ways you could get it to come up, but it was kind of tricky. If you had something with either mash or tap tempo on this very last slot, it was very easy to accidentally uh, turn this on. And it's a great tuner. As you can see, it's a big, nice screen right there. The readings go all the way across. It doesn't have any way to adjust the frequency from like 440 to any other tunings. That's why I have this little sticker right here for 432. If it kind of lines up right on those two lines, then I know that's pretty close to what I'm looking for. And then I have other tuners that I can double check at 432, which I hate doing. So, but if I have to, that's where it is. Let's see, expanded MIDI features, MIDI clock sync is the third thing that it says it has here. Control global tempo using MIDI clock sync. So this is saying, rather than doing it like in an individual board, what you could do is go to edit, where is it? Settings, then global, MIDI, here we go. MIDI clock sync, there we go. Looks like it's already on. Expanded MIDI, so control the global tempo using MIDI clock sync. Very interesting. Then there's a few other things that they added here too. So let's take a look at the CC table there for the MIDI stuff. And some of this might be kind of foreign for people. I'm happy to cover some of this later on. I'm probably not the best person to teach it. I know a guy though that's great for being able to help out with this stuff. Let's see, looks like they added a feature with the CC commands through MIDI to turn the tuner on and off. Of course, the global MIDI tap tempo I've been talking about. Looks like you can do some global expression stuff. Control the global expression modifier via MIDI CC 100. Yes, this also works Plethora X3, so that's good to know. Even though they don't have an expression out, that means that even though it does not have an expression port, you can use MIDI to control expression features from another controller. So that's pretty nice, the thing that they've added there. Let's see. And then before they had where you could do like these hot knobs right here, like assign things across the different pedals to things, but then it was just like this one knob is going to control things across all of the things that it's assigned to. But now they've actually added a deal where within each of the slots, you can control the three knobs at your disposal there with different C commands. So they give you like pot meter 1, 2, 3, the mash feature, the expression modifier for pedal 1, and it would be like CC 67 through 71, and then pedal 2 would be CC 72 through 76, and then they have ones for pedal 3, pedal 4, pedal 5. It specifies that 4 and 5 would be for the X5 only, since the X3 is just like this much there. The next thing they got, let's see, BPM adjustment. So I think that means that if there's another device connected to it, then it's pulling the MIDI or the BPM off of that through MIDI. I think that's what they're saying. And then the restore point. I'm not going to do that right now, but that is something that I will be doing so that I don't ever potentially lose all the years' work of pedal boards and things that I've already put into this thing, because that would be little tough to deal with. So I did get the software downloaded. It looks like it's ready to go. Obviously, this isn't a sound test or anything. I just wanted to show how easy it is to do the download and everything. I know that something that I personally would like maybe in a future update, like I said, having the 432 set right there would be nice. But the other thing is, because I use this with an HX stop, it would be really cool if I could have both tuners on at the same time, but that would require this one to pass signal, which right now when it's on tuner mode, it is just off, and there's no way to adjust that where it passes the signal, whereas with HX Stomp, you can do that. Just a little thing, but I think that would be like really cool looking for me. I know there's a few other little features that I think would be cool. I'd really like to see mash features for some of the things like the compressor, the noise gate, and maybe even the let's see, the compressor, the noise gate. What was the other one that I was thinking? Let me look at the stuff. Reverb, pitch shifter. There was something else. Oh, the doubler. Yeah, I think it would be kind of interesting to be able to mash and have it do kind of a spread where it goes from tight to kind of a looser feel. I plan on doing a demo of the actual Mimic standalone pedal versus the one that we have here in the Plethora. But those are just a few things. And you know what? That might actually be solved now since we have those individual CC things that can be assigned to another thing. That might be something that I can kind of do now anyway, but it would be nice to have that as an assignable mash feature as well. Enough talk. I want to get to playing with this thing, so I'm going to end the video for now, but I look forward to showing off some of the things you can do with this. Thanks.